Did you know that by the time you reach age 65, you might be spending up to half as much time in the deepest, most restorative stages of sleep than you did in your 20s? This isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a profound biological shift that affects millions of older adults. Many people assume that feeling tired is just a normal part of getting older. They accept waking up frequently during the night or struggling to feel rested in the morning. However, this common belief is not only inaccurate but also potentially harmful. The truth is, your need for quality sleep doesn't diminish with age, even if your ability to get it does. This dramatic reduction in deep sleep is the silent challenge we must address. This statistic is a genuine wake-up call. It highlights a critical, yet often overlooked aspect of healthy aging. While we focus on diet, exercise, managing chronic conditions, the foundation of our well-being, sleep, is frequently neglected. For older adults, quality sleep is not a luxury, it is an absolute necessity. Health independence, quality of life. As we age, our bodies are already working harder. Fend off illness, manage chronic conditions, repair daily wear and tear. Sleep is the critical period when this vital work happens. During those precious hours, your body isn't just resting, it's actively healing. Your immune system produces infection-fighting proteins. Your cardiovascular system takes a much-needed break. Your tissues and muscles repair themselves. When sleep is compromised, all of these essential processes are disrupted, leaving you more vulnerable to illness and injury. It is the cornerstone of a strong and resilient body. Furthermore, the connection between sleep and mental wellness becomes profoundly important after the age of 60. This is a time of significant life transitions, retirement changes in social circles, loss of loved ones. These events can take a toll on your emotional health, and poor sleep can amplify feelings of anxiety, sadness, irritability. Quality rest acts as an emotional regulator. It helps your brain process emotions and consolidate memories, allowing you to wake up with a clearer perspective and a more stable mood. As we navigate our later years, a host of specific sleep disorders become more prevalent, turning the simple act of resting into a nightly challenge. One of the most common culprits is insomnia, which isn't just about having trouble falling asleep, difficulty staying asleep, waking up too early in the morning without being able to get back to rest. For many seniors, this becomes a frustrating cycle. The anxiety about not being able to sleep can, paradoxically, make it even harder to fall asleep. This can be triggered by many factors common in older age, including chronic pain, the side effects of medications, and underlying anxiety about health and safety. Another significant and often underdiagnosed issue is sleep apnea. This is a serious condition where your breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep. The most common form, obstructive sleep apnea, occurs when the throat muscles relax and block the airway. Your brain senses the lack of oxygen and briefly wakes you up to reopen it. While you may not remember these awakenings, they shatter your sleep architecture, preventing you from reaching the deep restorative stages of sleep. The telltale signs often include loud snoring, gasping for air during sleep, significant daytime fatigue, no matter how many hours you were in bed. Beyond these two major issues, many older adults also contend with restless legs syndrome. Restless legs syndrome is characterized by an irresistible urge to move your legs, usually accompanied by uncomfortable sensations, worse in the evening and at night. Periodic limb movement disorder involves involuntary twitching or jerking of the limbs during sleep. Like apnea, these movements can be frequent enough to repeatedly pull you out of deeper sleep stages, leading to fragmented, unrefreshing rest and significant daytime drowsiness. Finally, changes in lifestyle and daily routines can also contribute to sleep problems. Retirement can disrupt the consistent wake-up times that help set our internal clock. A more sedentary lifestyle, less exposure to natural daylight. Additionally, the need to urinate more frequently at night, a condition known as nocturia, becomes more common with age and is a major cause of sleep disruption. The consequences of chronic poor sleep in older adults extend far beyond simply feeling tired. They create a cascade of health risks that can seriously impact your well-being and independence. One of the most immediate dangers is an increased risk of falls. When you are sleep deprived, your reaction time slows down, your balance is impaired, and your judgment is clouded. On a systemic level, insufficient sleep places enormous strain on your cardiovascular system. Over time, this chronic stress can contribute to the development or worsening of hypertension, heart disease, and stroke. The link between poor sleep and metabolic health is also critically important. When you're sleep deprived, ghrelin levels rise and leptin levels fall, leading to increased hunger and cravings. This significantly increases the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Finally, a chronically tired brain is a vulnerable brain, and even dementia, including Alzheimer's disease. To understand why sleep becomes so challenging with age, we need to look at the master conductor of our sleep-wake cycle, the circadian rhythm. This is your body's internal 24-hour clock, located in a part of the brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN. As we age, the SCN can become less robust. The signals it sends out may become weaker, and its sensitivity to light cues can diminish. This weakening of the circadian signal often leads to a phenomenon known as phase advance. Many older adults find themselves feeling sleepy earlier in the evening, around 8 p.m., around 9 p.m., and then waking up much earlier in the morning, around 4 a.m., around 5 a.m. While going to bed early and waking up early isn't inherently a problem, it often leads to a mismatch with social schedules or family life, and can result in getting fewer total hours of sleep. In addition to the master clock in the brain, the production of melatonin, the key hormone of sleep, also naturally declines with age. With lower levels of melatonin being released, this signal becomes fainter. The result is that you may find it takes you longer to fall asleep, a condition known as increased sleep latency. The most significant change is the drastic reduction in slow-wave sleep, also known as deep sleep. At the same time, the amount of lighter sleep increases, stage 1, stage 2, and the number of arousals goes up. One of the most fascinating discoveries in recent sleep science is the role of the glymphatic system, which acts as the brain's dedicated waste clearance pathway. This system works almost exclusively during deep sleep. When you enter the slow-wave sleep stages, your brain cells appear to shrink by up to 60%, widening the channels between them. This allows cerebrospinal fluid to be pumped through the brain, flushing out the accumulated toxins, including proteins like beta amyloid. If an older adult is consistently failing to get enough deep sleep, their glymphatic system doesn't have the opportunity to function effectively. The nightly cleaning cycle is incomplete. Beyond brain health, recent research has uncovered another powerful, lesser-known benefit of quality sleep: its direct impact on longevity, what scientists call health span. A key biological marker of aging is the length of our telomeres. People with insufficient or fragmented sleep tend to have shorter telomeres. This suggests poor sleep accelerates biological aging. Conversely, getting sufficient deep sleep appears protective, even restorative. Prioritizing deep sleep is like giving your cells nightly maintenance. After exploring the unique sleep challenges seniors face, the hidden dangers of poor rest, and the incredible science of what happens when we sleep, we arrive at the most important, yet often overlooked, sleep hack for anyone over 60. It isn't a magic pill. It isn't a fancy gadget. It isn't a secret herbal tea. The single most powerful strategy to reclaim your rest is this: anchor your day with light and darkness. This means getting bright light exposure within the first hour of waking up. Expose yourself to 15 to 20 minutes of direct, natural sunlight. Open the curtains, sit by a large window, step outside onto a patio or balcony. You don't need to stare at the sun, just let the light hit your face and eyes. This flood of morning light is the most powerful signal you can send to your brain's master clock, the SCN. Now for the crucial evening component. As your planned bedtime approaches, you must do the opposite. Create a cave of darkness. Dim the lights in your home. Turn off bright overhead fixtures. Use soft, warm lamps instead. Power down all electronic screens, televisions, computers, tablets, smartphones, at least 90 minutes before you intend to be asleep. The blue spectrum light emitted by these devices is particularly disruptive, as it tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. This suppresses the release of melatonin just when you need it most, delaying sleep onset and leading to lighter, more fragmented rest. This light and dark protocol is the ultimate hack because it directly addresses the root cause of many age-related sleep problems: a weakened and phase-advanced circadian rhythm. By providing your brain with clear cues, strong cues, consistent cues, you are retraining and reinforcing your natural sleep-wake cycle. This simple practice helps you feel more awake during the day and sleepier at the appropriate time at night. It promotes the release of melatonin at the right time, helps you fall asleep faster, and encourages more consolidated, deeper sleep. It is the foundational behavior upon which all other good sleep hygiene habits are built, and it costs absolutely nothing to implement. We have journeyed through the science of sleep, uncovering why it changes as we age and why it is so profoundly important for your health. Now, the knowledge is in your hands. The first step on your journey to better rest is to make a conscious decision to prioritize it. I invite you to share your experiences in the comments below. Have you tried the light and dark protocol, and what were your results? By taking charge of your sleep, you are taking charge of your health. The journey to better rest begins now.